Yo, 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 yo. I guess this got to be a real quick video. Seems like I only got 12 minutes worth of recording time. But it's cool. I can do that. Um, I think I want to talk about two things. And I know I'm going to talk about two things. I can fit them in real quick. Um, First, like, subscribe, and share. Get this video out to all your homies, all your friends and shit. Um, let's talk about, we're going to talk about the Kyrie Irving situation, and we're going to talk about um, takeoff situation. Now, both of these situations, I think, shining light on. I mean, it really looked like when I see these people online, like breaking down how this shit got, how this happened, how this happened. It's really good, and it's. I remember not too long ago, we would never do this. We would never look deeper into a situation that we're told. We just hear something and then we go with it. But now, people trying to break down these situations, and I think that's a good thing because it needs to happen. Um, the industry is not what you think, but the industry is like it's a boys club, right? I always talk about secret societies and shit like that. And that's a big part of what the industry is. A lot of these rappers aren't the most talented rappers out. They're just, you know, how the secret societies they're just like puppets and ad agencies for the secret societies. Whatever agenda they want to do, they just grab a artist and put them here and put them there. I say that to say, like, with this takeoff situation, we see takeoff got killed, right? Um, Everyone's now trying to break it down and blame mob ties and shit like that, and it was mob ties definitely was in it. Um, I guess trying to put it on this dude in the yellow hoodie. He was definitely in it, but you always got to understand though, like, that's just the shooter. That was the play. The play was set up, before they got there. The play was set up probably before Migos even got to Houston. The play was set up as soon as Offset left, and I've been trying to tell people this on my last video. Um, when Offset left, it immediately put Migos in a hole. It immediately put the record label in the hole. And I don't know if QC is subsidiaries between somebody else. Is the bigger label running them really? I know there's really only like three labels: Sony, UMG, Universal Music Group, and Warner Brothers. So QC probably is a subsidiary. I haven't looked at it, but there is a label that's going to benefit tremendously off um, Takeoff dying. So when we try to blame Mob Ties probably was involved in the hit and probably pulled off the hit. But what does Mob Ties benefit? What does Jay Prince benefit from um, taking them boys out? Like, look at this. When Offset left, Migos was in a hole. Migos, like, this is a music industry 101. Migos, they will probably get more advances, right? To do more albums. But they would have never, and they had two chances to show can they beat Bad and Bougie with just two members. They had two chances. I think they had an album last year. I think they just dropped another album. They were recently showed as number 99 on the streaming charts. So basically, Migos was on their way down, right? But when you get a advance, that's just like an advance. They loan you money to make you an album, to record you an album. Um, if you don't ever recoup, if you don't ever make that money back, you're in the hole, you're in debt. So you continue to get more advances, but you continue to get more and more in debt. The only way they can get out of debt if they drop something and make it like a big ass song like Bad and Bougie or something like Drake does. Like Drake is really at a point right now where, not only will he be, well, never mind, I'm not even going to say that. Let's just stay on it. So the only way, and I see they're showing some of Takeoff's Instagram followers has blown up by, like, he got like 2 or 3 million followers in one day, right? But they haven't shown his streaming shit yet. I've noticed that, and it usually be out immediately. They haven't showed his streaming increase, and I think that's maybe because the video I put out, and I'm telling how this shit works. So the only way they can recoup ever again, they're not gonna get any more popular ever again. The only way they can recoup, and it's a sad situation to say, but if one of them dies, that's when that's when their streaming shit is gonna go higher than Bad and Bougie. And so not only that, they would have an insurance policy on them for 10 times what they're worth, right? And the family can't touch it. The artist can't even touch it. The artist can't look at it. But when you look at it, it's like Jay Prince, them boys couldn't touch it. Mob Ties couldn't get that. That's two big bags of money that will fall down like in Squid Games. Two big bags of money that will drop if one of them dies, right? So Jay Prince not tied into that, you know? Mob Ties not tied into that. Their label is tied into that money that's gonna drop, you know? Like if one of them dies, there's two big bags of money, streaming and insurance, that's gonna go to somebody. And it's gonna be $1 billion worth, right? It's gonna be $1 billion worth. So they already show they'll never recoup higher than Bad and Bougie, ever. So the only way they can get out of that hole is, I hate to say it like that, but that's just how it is. And who knows this? Who operates like this? Who talks like this in the music industry? The secret societies, the boys club. They talk to each other. They run the play behind the scenes. Now y'all already saying, everybody's saying it was a setup. Who called the setup? Jay Prince Jr. didn't call that setup. He's not that big. Jazz Prince is not that big. Quavo, definitely from the scream he let out, he probably wasn't involved in the setup. Maybe he was a part of, he was probably going to get set up too, you know? And it's only because, like we all know, the Prince effect, when these rappers die, their streaming goes up tremendously. So who benefits in this situation? Quality Control Music and whoever their subsidiaries of is going to benefit tremendously. Mob Ties or Rap-A-Lot Records is not going to benefit. They probably going to get paid for the hit, but they're not going to get those two big $1 billion bags. So y'all haven't answered the questions yet, and if y'all don't focus on these secret societies, y'all not ever going to get anything right. The dude in the yellow hoodie was probably the murderer, but you know, he didn't call the shot. He's not that big. Those two big $1 billion bags are not going to yellow hoodie. He's just involved in taking it off. Shouts out to Takeoff though, man. That's a sad situation. Next, I want to talk, and you know, this Kyrie Irving shit. I want to say something, and I got a little bit of time left, but Kyrie Irving, he did apologize, but one thing I want to say, in midterm elections is Tuesday, right? This is a good thing that happened because, you know, we saw racism in this Kyrie Irving shit. We saw, you know, they trying to beat him down. They took $500,000 away from him, suspended him 5 games, and then tell him his apology wasn't enough. Now people's talking about he's going to get traded from the team. This might be his last year playing basketball. But look, there was no Republican involved in that. This is what I'd be trying to say. We be losing, just like in the Takeoff situation, because we're not looking in the right direction. We're not looking at the right people. We always think the Republicans and Trump supporters and all of that are the people hurting us, the people destroying us. But no, it's not. As like I always say, we have a house nigga level above us, and we have massa above us. The house nigga are the black peoples that like house nigga, Coon Shaq, Coon Charles Barkley. They say, hey Massa, he didn't get whipped hard enough. Whip him harder, Massa. And Massa come and whip him harder. I feel I can't stand Shaq right now. I can't stand Shaq or Charles Barkley. They're the biggest coons, but hey, look, they're not Republicans. Maybe Charles Barkley is, but you know how y'all black people think there's only like the Republicans are after us. No, these are Democrats from New York that got Kyrie. So maybe we're looking for the wrong people. We're dead looking for KKK and Republicans and Trump supporters and this. No, but none of them was involved in the public lynching of Kyrie Irving, right? So all the people that y'all be thinking are the people that we gotta know. There was black people involved: Shaq, Charles Barkley, Rob Parker. There was multimedia, Democrat multimedia. There was New York Jews. All of them, they got Kyrie, but none of them we ever look at. We only look at Trump supporters, Republicans or KKK or whatever. No, the bad guys are the people who you don't see. The bad guys are the people who you never expect. That's why the bad guys are hiding in the Democrat Party, because you would never suspect that they would be doing it. But they shown you with this Kyrie shit, these New York dudes, white guys, and these coon house Negroes are the bad guys, are the people that's holding us back. So if you've seen anything in this Kyrie Irving situation, is who's really holding Black America back. And that's a good thing with the midterm elections, because now you shouldn't vote for them.